Taurus collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and crosswatchers. Welcome to your Timeless Chakra Reading. I am your reader, Angelo, Lyons, Mal for short. They're my initials. I'm not bad. It's just spelled that way. I am a professional witch, a professional intuitive, the president of Drawing the Circle Productions since 1998, 25 plus years in service at the time of this timeless recording. I am the author of 2 books with a 3rd one on its way. Spell Ingredients from a Professional Witch and Words of Grace from a Professional Witch. The Kindle version of Words of Grace is available with a link in the description box. You can click it and preview it for free and see it's primarily divided into chakra chapters and a chakra read. That could be helpful, maybe. The original version of Words of Grace, as well as the only place where you can get spell ingredients from a professional witch, is over on patreon.com/drawingthecircle in our digital store. Lots of cool stuff, a lot of audio stuff, meditations, prayers, wake you up, rest you out, whatever needs to happen. But some of my subscribers get Words of Grace and or spell ingredients as part of their benefit package, but all of my subscribers get 3 benefits in common. They get a daily check-in when I send them an unlisted YouTube live stream link in the morning. We talk about today's astrological weather, the magical applications, the spiritual implications, always ending with a meditation, a prayer, a blessing, something to send us on our way. Best way ever for this witch to start their day, considering 2 weeks from now at the time of this timeless recording, the movers are coming. I think actually this is posting when I'm already in transit, getting stuff done ahead of time. Another benefit that they get is all the extended readings, the part 2s to the part 1s here on YouTube. They're all relationship stuff based, twin flame, soulmate, path of true love, all of that. They're long, they're detailed. So if you like detailed, I'm your witch, I'm a Virgo. They also get an extensive discount on private sessions with me, spiritual counseling and reading, Zoom recorded, in person, all of that. There's a video we'll talk about at the end of this video, and I love it. We've got 2 7-day free trials for Seeker and Human. If you'd like to check us out for 7 days for free, you can, but everybody who's done that so far has stayed at least a month to get the extensive discount. We got a digital store. We're on Spotify through Patreon. There's a lot of cool stuff going on. You can follow us for free. I just posted public content just for the people on Patreon, so click the link, check it out. I love it so very much, and it's really helped me with this move that's going on. So come play Patreon on Patreon with the Archangel of Lyons, Angelo Lyons. You can just call me Mal. Hi, my Taurians. Oh, an earth sign, thank gods. Let's do some explanation for the new Taurians and crosswatchers, and then we'll get into the divination. Feel free to jump ahead if you like. If you've heard it all before. Hi, welcome my new bulls and new crosswatchers. We're doing a chakra read. We're only doing 5 cards, so it's like a 5-card draw chakra read. 1 card from 5 different decks, starting with the Caroline Myss archetype cards. And from her book Anatomy of the Spirit, I learned about the 8 chakra system, including the one over the head. So this will be the archetype, the soul power that sends down the codes to all the other chakras underneath it, shifting what we attract and what we repel so that we can develop this soul power, this archetypal power, alchemizing it from shadow to light, lead to gold, pain to peace, toxic to healthy, fear to love, right? To be the best that we can be. We'll talk about that when we get there. We're going to get the next 4 chakras, the crown, third eye, throat, and heart, with the Daughters of the Moon Tarot, a goddess-based deck for the feminine energy, the goddess energy, heart, third eye, crown, the stuff behind the eyes that maybe you share, maybe you don't. And then we'll look at the lower 3 chakras, the masculine dynamic, looking at yourself from the outside at yourself, or you from the inside, looking at people, places, and things that you have relationships with, to bring that into alignment. To crosswatchers, this could be your reading. That happens a lot with crosswatcher reads, apparently. Then we will get a Whisper of Love from the Whispers of Love Oracle by Angela Hartfield. The voices of the higher selves of all involved, not just you, unless it's a total solo gig, and that certainly can be. And we will end with a Matcon healing mantra to help you heal, right? Healing mantra, right? Bring it into alignment. Crosswatchers, here's your opportunity to get some sympathy, empathy, understanding, and insight to the Taurus you are crosswatching for. And if you apply this to yourself, one would think that not only will you heal, but you will holographically be helping the Taurus you are crosswatching for heal, as well as every one of them that's watching this video. That's how unity works, apparently. So that's the explanation. Let's get into the divination. Both feet on the floor if you can. Focus on your breath if you will. And I promise I will do anything I can to help anyone come into alignment, alchemizing their shadow to light, lead to gold, pain to peace, toxic to healthy, for a more golden rather than leaded timeline. Little by little by little, highly individualized curriculum for each and every one of us. You can't compare paths. So let's do just that. The shift from explanation, which I'm glad to do every single time, to the divination that I incarnated to do. I'll do anything I can to help. Yeah. For our well-being, for the well-being of all, and really for the economy, for the ecology. Let's just shift to a more golden timeline, shall we? So let's do it. Let's get into the still point. I'm ready. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. A place for everything, and everything in its place. Put all where it belongs in time and space, for the well-being of all, and with harm to none, as we will it, so let it be done. Beloved pantheons of the divine, what's the dominant archetype in the 8th chakra for the Taurus collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs and their cross-watchers watching this video and receiving this reading? The rebel archetype. You're a rebel, but I'm sure you're pretty good. Is that for flashback? All archetypes are neutral, so no matter how wonderful they sound is how horrible they can be, and no matter how horrible they sound is as wonderful as they can be. The rebel archetype is an action family. There are 9 different groups or families. Written on the bottom is the shadow attribute. This is the light attribute. I call this lead, this gold. 3 atoms in between those from lead to gold on the periodic table that cannot be created or destroyed, only released, changed, transformed. I prefer the word alchemized. So, the shadow. Now, see if you see this in the world, because if you see this in the world, it's something that we can all work on. Rejects legitimate authority out of anger. Rebels out of peer pressure or fashion, which always makes me think about the new wave. I'm Generation X. I was born in 1968. I'm 55 years old. Yeah, I know, don't look at things. Right, like there was punk, right? You know, the Ramones and, you know, Sid Vicious and just that whole thing, Johnny Rotten, right? And then, you know, it evolved into new wave, which I love. You know, video did kill the radio star. So what you all are shooting for here is challenging authority to affect social change. So this is a social justice kind of arc here, I think. Rejects spiritual systems that do not serve inner needs. Hello, I live that every single day. You can have an archetype of reason, a season, or a lifetime, or be dealing with somebody who has the archetype of reason, a season, or a lifetime. But like I said, this is going to shift the electromagnetic stuff of all the chakras, what we attract and what we repel. So we have the free will to make happier, healthier, wealthier, wiser decisions and bring ourselves into enlightenment and alignment. I guess those both work. Please take a nice deep breath. A place for everything and everything in its place. Put all where it belongs in time and space, for the well-being of all, and with harm to none. Get in there. As we will it, so let it be done. My beloved goddesses, what does the Taurus collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs and cross-watchers need to be aware of? Heart, third eye crown, internal, yin-internal dynamic. To bring this all into alignment. In this Timeless Chakra Read, you got a court card. The Maiden of Pentacles, Lada, L-A-D-A, if you want to look her up. The Virgo card. Now, if you have any planets in Virgo, have a look at your chart. There might be something going on there. And even if you don't, cross-watcher or otherwise, we can look at the 6th house dynamic. Now, I am a Virgo, so this doesn't mean that a Virgo's inside of you, although, you know, you do you. But 6th house dynamic is about occupation and health, because what you are occupied with mentally, emotionally, physically affects your health, and your health certainly determines what you're occupied with, right? Like if your lower back goes out like mine does during a big move like this, ooh, that's going to occupy a bit of my attention, a bit of my healing. But with our third eye crown, Earth's pentacles, element of Earth, is usually wisdom that you've already already gained that can't be taken from you, right? You lived through an experience or several experiences, lots of experiences in the physical world that allows you to be perhaps a little bit more analytical. Virgo, 4 planets, second house, is definitely a sign of analysis, right? I analyze, I think is the thing. Like each sign has its own, like I know Aries is I am, and I think Taurus is I have, and on and on and on. So, you know, I analyze. It is detail, mutable earth, sand, right? How that one little piece of sand can make its way into a crack or a crevice, and you don't know how it got there, right? And wiggle its way right out. That's interesting. Let's see what's going on. Lower 3 chakras. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. Place for everything, and everything in its place, but all where it belongs, in time and space, for the well-being of all, and with harm to none. As we will it, so let it be done. My beloved gods, what does the Taurus Collective and the Cross Watchers need to be aware of outside in, inside out, lower 3 chakra, dynamic, masculine energy, and all of that, relationships in the physical world, with the Rebel in the 8th and Virgo on the inner for this Timeless Chakra Read. Ooh, major arcana. Strength, Heracles in the mythic tarot, doing one of his 12 labors, the slaying of the Nemean lion. At least he got a good outfit out of it. I mean, lion skin if you're into it. I'm not considering my last name. But when it's a major arcana card, it usually speaks to all the chakras in that zone. So I would say very much pay attention to your lower 3 chakras. If the root chakra, when it plants, when it connects, it's stable. But if it's like, can't connect, walk away. Run if necessary. Second chakra, it will tell you what's going on between your relationship to another individual person or thing. Solar plexus, which this very well may be, considering the strength card is associated with Leo and the planet of the sun. Solar, your honor code. Right? You're going to be a hero or a villain here. Nonetheless, when do we call upon strength and courage except when we need it? So the strength to challenge authority, to affect social change, and or rejecting spiritual systems that don't serve your own inner needs. And maybe that's what this inner need is, right? To really shift what you're occupied with, and bring your physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual health into alignment. That's what holistic health originally meant. Now it's like arnica cream and Bach flower remedies. Everything gets products attached to it, right? The physical, emotional, mental, spiritual, those 4 bodies. The Path of Transformation, Shakti Gawain, brilliant book. She's no longer with us, but I think she's hanging out with me in the higher realms. So let's get the voices of the higher selves of all involved. This very much could be a solo gig, but with that aspect of social change in there too, you know, in a general read, you do you. So let's see what the higher selves have to say. Please take a nice deep breath, or at least whisper of love. Breathe. Still point. A place for everything and everything in its place. Put all where it belongs in time and space for the well-being of all, and with harm to none, as we will it, so let it be done. Beloved higher self collective, what is the whisper of love, the piece of information, inspiration, insight needed by the Taurus Collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs in their cross watchers to alchemize their shadow to light, lead to gold, pain to peace, toxic to healthy, fear to love, with Rebel in the 8th, Virgo on the inner, strength, Heracles on the outer for this Timeless Chakra Read. Love is all around you. It's the Mary Tyler Moore Court. Get a beret, go to Minneapolis, throw it in the air in traffic. There is love everywhere all the time. Simply acknowledge this as truth. Now that's certainly going to bolster that courage, right? Courage, mon amour, right? The cœur, the French word for the heart, right? To come from the heart here. But that might take a little time, a little healing, right? That you occupy yourself. I would think in particularly spiritual systems that don't serve your needs, right? To really tune that in. Now, love is in every breath. It's the chi, it's the prana, it's the reiki, it's the shmeki, it's the eggs and bakey. But to filter that through that Virgo, serving yourself as well as others, but you know, you do you first. That's how I roll. Ooh, gotta. Let me get a third eye roll. So, let's get this last card on the table. Wake up, cross watchers. Here's your opportunity. These mantras really work if you work them, and I do. So, Let's see what hits the table. Last card down. Please take a nice deep breath. A place for everything, and everything in its place. Put all where it belongs in time and space, for the well-being of all and with harm to none, as we will it. So let it be done. My beloved Ascended Masters, what is the perfect healing mantra to help the Taurus Collective and their cross-watchers alchemize the rebel in the 8th, Virgo on the inner, strength on the outer? Love is all around them. Love is everywhere all the time. They simply need to acknowledge this as truth. So what's the healing mantra to help them acknowledge this as truth, coming into alignment for this timeless chakra reading, greeting, wellness? Balance is the key to a life of infinite miracles. Now, I really love this mantra, but it is easier said as a mantra than done. Ooh, opened right to it. That's always a good sign. So I'm going to read this from the Bookie Book. This is about, like, eat right, sleeping, doing all that stuff. When wellness is welcomed, welcome wellness, you are taking responsibility for the upkeep and preservation of your body as your sacred vessel of spiritual growth. In other words, we keep coming back here over and over and over again. It's like they give us a new car. We can't really switch it up halfway through, although you can repair it, I've yet to avoid the surgeon's knife for yet another year. Plastic surgery. No, this is all meditation, prayer, and rapid wrinkle repair, which also rhymes. In balance, you may come to see how endless wanting only creates more things to want. It does that. When operating from patterns of instant gratification isn't fast enough. Thank you, Carrie Fisher. You are likely chasing after happiness that is out of reach as your body remains out of balance. Hello, I can relate. This is resolved by learning to care for the body physically, emotionally, energetically, and nutritionally. Virgo, 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 Virgo. Virgo power. Cross your legs. As your life comes into greater balance, you will likely sense true happiness, not as the end result of specific outcomes, but as the energy created by taking the time to truly care for yourself. This is a self-caring, and the love is all around you, which also means inside of you. This mantra is ideal for cultivating self-love. And bingo was its name-o. Improving self-worth, Virgo, a sign of assessment and analysis, and letting go of compulsive tendencies. I've got them, everybody's got them, but get this, they're written into our ancestral patterns and nervous systems and past lives and all that stuff before we ever draw a breath in this life. And remember, ain't nobody getting out of here in the same body, right? Don't work that way. No, that's not physical. If physical immortality is not about staying in the body forever, that's called vampirism. No, Nosferatu. So we're going to put this together in what we lovingly call a blessimation, a combination of a blessing and summation if you're new for it. New to this, I should say. And then we'll talk about some cool stuff if you want to hang out. Please take a nice deep breath. One more time. Still point. I call upon the collective pantheons of the divine on behalf of the Taurus Collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, signs, and cross-watchers who are watching this video and receiving this reading. May they be blessed with all that they need to heal, to grow, to learn, to evolve, to alchemize their shadow to light, their lead to gold, their pain to peace, their toxicity to health, their fear to love, shifting from illusion to truth. By challenging authority to affect social change and or rejecting spiritual systems that do not serve their inner needs, which they're going to come into contact with heart, third eye, crown, occupying themselves with obviously greeting wellness and coming into balance, taking care of the physical vehicle, right? Getting enough sleep, hydrating, eating well, do a little yoga, a little tai chi. I just dance every day. And certainly that will give them some of the strength that they need here, obviously, in the physical world. If this is them looking at themselves from the outside, having the courage, the endurance. Strength is not about picking up the coffee table and throwing it across the room. Anybody, well, maybe not everybody can do that, but certainly pantheons of the divine, that strength is available to us to endure with grace and gracefully endure because love is all around them. There is love everywhere all the time. They just simply need to acknowledge this as truth, maybe little by little by little, as they greet wellness, because balance is the key to their life of infinite miracles. So may they be blessed with all that they need to heal, to grow, to learn, to evolve, to be the best that they can be, a happier, healthier, wealthier, wiser Taurus and cross watcher, in a happier, healthier, wealthier, wiser way, for a happier, healthier, wealthier, wiser, golden timeline world, for the well-being of all, and with harm to none, as we will it, so let it be done, so mote it be, and so it is. That was good. That was lovely. What a healing read. If you liked it, please do hit the thumbs up to help other Taurians and cross-watchers find it. Subscribe here on YouTube if you want more of me. And then check out Patreon, because it is where I'm doing my best work. No question. We've been doing like workshops, Zoom recorded for different levels. We've got the daily check-ins that they all get. They get all the extended readings, and there are a lot of them. And they're long. I do detail in extended reads for sure, as well as they get the extensive discount private sessions and spiritual counseling, even a half-hour power. We got that. We'll talk about that next. But I will say, I love it so much. It has kept me going. Doing this work with all of this divine order disguised as chaos has been very stressful, but being able to do this, being able to serve as a Virgo, has been the best thing, really keeping me in alignment as I go. So yeah, check out what's going on Patreon. I've been publishing more and more public content for those that are called, I think, free followers, right? You can follow us for free. Anybody can shop in the store. We got my 2 books on there. We've got a lot of audio stuff there, my voice, prayers, meditations, all that stuff. Just check it out. It's so much fun. And come Patreon on Patreon. I'm the Archangel of Lyons, Mark Angelo Lyons. You can just call me Mel. And if you want to book me for one of them private sessions with or without Patreon involved, well, there's a link in the description box to a video called Booking Private Sessions with Mel. Explains everything you ever wanted to know about booking your private session with me, just like Clarissa would do for you, you know, that Nickelodeon thing. I am Generation X. And I've never turned anybody away because of lack of finances. Where there's a witch, there's a way. I'm a witch, so there's a way. And I say it over and over and over again in that video. It's fun. It's about 11 minutes. I think you'll dig it. And I'm still taking clients, right? Because I'm doing these shorter reads. I've been booking clients sometimes in a less than 24-hour turnaround. Sometimes a day of. I got nothing else to do. Like, when does that happen? But it does. So yeah, click the link and book something with me. But most importantly, my Taurians, us Earth signs really have to be there for each other. But this does feel like a solo gig, but I also know how Taurus second house life values. They very much value the people in their lives and the things that need to be done in neglect of their own needs. So this feels like, you know, tune into that love all around you, find that balance, because the key to infinite miracles is what we want, and the miracle is the shift from shadow to light, light to gold, pain to peace, but by our free will. Yeah. So thank you so much for watching. Wish me the best of luck on this move. I think the movers are coming the day that this hits, so hang in there, maybe the day after, I don't know. So thank you for watching, subscribe, and all that cool YouTube-y stuff, and I love you. Hang in there. Heal, hail, farewell, and blessed, blessed be.